We finish now the holy days, Yamim Noaim, holy days. And, everybody stands Yom Kippur, not eating, not drinking, with fear and awe about making all kind of promises. This year I'm going to learn more. This year I'm going to do this. This year I'm going to get up. This year I'm going to bench with a bencher. And for whatever reason, we know those things never happen. Somewhere along the line, those things never happen. And then we always find an excuse. We blame somebody and our schedule and our lack of abilities and so on and so forth. And we miss the point because we need to remind ourselves all the time that the Kara Avodah, people think, listen, there's no doubt that Yom Kippur is a holy day. However, it's only one day. The Kara Avodah, the main part of Avodat Hashem, is every single day. Every single day. So how do you actually do that? You do it, there are many ways, but one way to do it is to, let's put it this way. Let's say, for example, you are, you're working somewhere. You have a family. Baruch Hashem, you're bringing home parnasa, kol tov v'yafeh, everything is fine. And let's say you are an engineer or an accountant or a lawyer or one of those white-collar jobs. By the way, white-collar is very bad because it usually gets blackened, but you know what I'm saying. Then what happens is, you get excised or you get fired or you lose your job. So what are you going to do? Well, if you're one of many people, you're not going to take a job, quote unquote, that is below you. Well, what do you mean below you? Your kids don't have food. You can't pay the rent. And you're still not going to take this job, quote unquote, is below you? What do you mean below you? You are altogether so low by yourself. How low can you get? Everything is above you. But leave that to the side in terms of your arrogance, that doesn't allow you to do so. But let me ask you a question. Are you going to say, okay, listen, I need a job, and there's nothing to do, well, I'll do it. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. I'll go get a job, whatever that will be. Folding shirts in a Gap, work in Home Depot, I'll learn a new trade. Okay, so I'm a lawyer or accountant, whatever you have it there. But I need to do something. So there's nothing wrong if I learn a new skill. By the way, let me tell you. How about to be a car mechanic? Oh, I don't want. My mommy would not allow me to be a grease monkey. What are you, crazy? You know how great it is to be a car mechanic? Imagine, just a side note. Imagine everybody knew how to fix their brakes. To fix brakes or to change your pads on your on your brakes, change your pads, change your rotors. It's not a big deal. You know that. Assuming your calipers work, even that, but assuming your caliper works, it's not a big deal to change brakes. Anybody knows how to change pads on the brakes? You guys don't know? Usually, it will be, let's say, a 10-15 minutes ordeal for every tire. Jack up the car, take the wheel out, release a few nuts, take the clips out, put the clips back, or if you're taking the rotor, slide the rotor out, slide the rotor back, put a nut in, brake's done. You're not taking the caliper, and I don't need to, bleed the system. This shouldn't be a big deal. How much do you pay for it? How much do you pay for it in a car shop? A few $100. But if it needs to be done, Baal Sechel will say, okay, so I'll do it. I mean, what's the big deal? You're greater than that. You don't understand the restraints that you put on your life. You always need to remind yourself that you're alive. So when you feel that you're not alive, you need major things to make yourself, hey, I'm alive. There will be, drugs, alcohol, all kind of like other perversions that people do. So going back to what we say, so how I'm going to make myself do those things. That's what separates the man from the child, or for the man from the boy. There's some people where they get in situations like this, they'll be like deer in the headlights. Oh, I can't do it, I don't want to do it. They're going to continue with the same thing, blaming everybody, blaming everything. They would even develop syndromes and disorders. They will be willing to label themselves with syndromes and disorders just not to get the job done. They'll find something in the DSM-5. They're going to find some disorder that they have. There's morning sickness for women, and there's like morning depression. I'm depressed in the morning. I can't get out of bed. Really? If it will be ledvar avera, to spend a happy hour with Nicki Minaj, you'll be sleeping? You'll be up like a tiger. You won't be depressed. So you're full of it. But a real man would say, one second, it needs to be done. I need to bring money home. So bring money home. What's the big deal? As long as it's in an honest way, as long as I'm earning my money in an honest way, I'll do it. Well, what's the big deal? What do you mean below me? To support and sponsor my family, that's below me? I'll do whatever needs to be done. I'll be a janitor in school. Well, you should be so lucky to be a janitor in school. You'll be making a lot of money. I'll be a janitor. I don't care. Whatever it is. I'll make my money in an honest way. I need to bring food to my family. What difference does it make? It needs to be done. The same thing here. Same thing here. If you're going to be able to put yourself in situations, what do you mean? I have to do it. There's no excuse anymore. Then especially you guys always try to blame the female in your life, whether it's your mother or your grandmother or your wife, or she needs help, she needs support, she needs this, she needs that. What do you mean? She's sitting there at home doing nothing. What home? What's the part? You need to learn. I have to learn. I have to learn. I have to get up in the morning for shacharis. What do you mean I don't have time to bench? You had time to eat? You had time to eat. You don't have time to bench? How about we do it reverse? How about you bench and then you don't have time to eat? You know what I'm saying, right? You eat a whole entire bagel with avocados and tomatoes and the whole entire thing, Chat a little bit, look at your phone. That's okay. For that you had time. To say Birkat Hamazon you didn't have time? Don't tell me that. That doesn't fly. That's why you never get anywhere in life. If you want to get somewhere in your life, you want to do things, say, well, I have to do it. It has to be done. It's like people who say, oh, you know what? You can't start a diet on a Sunday. Diet, you always start on a Monday. You know what happens to people like this, right? They never diet. The Monday, I'm going to start a diet now, I don't know, feel good coming back from the weekend. Those things never happen. And then a year goes by, and another year goes by, and you never finish a Masechta. I can't believe that there are people that would never finish a Masechta of Gemara in their life. Needless to say, I'm not even saying about the whole entire Shas, a whole Seder. One Masechta, one substantial Masechta in your life. Yes, you probably did something when you were in 7th grade, you did Masechet Megillah or something, or Makos or something like that. Not Chaz v'Shalom anything against it, but you're a big boy now. You're in the major leagues, aren't you? You're capable of driving yourself a Maserati. You might even have a Glock with your Rari. And you didn't finish a Masechta. It's not because you're not capable. It's because you're weak. You're weak. Put yourself in a situation, I have to do it. And then you'll do it. And then we'll see what you're made of. If you are in a situation of, I have to do it, and you're not doing it, well, you haven't graduated back from yet from becoming a boy and you're a real man. I'm sorry, you're still a boy. Go back to boys' school. Don't call yourself a man. And then you need to understand that how you do it, one day at a time. Today I have very specific tasks. I have to daven shacharit, I have to daven mincha, I have to daven arvit. With minyan, I have to daven this. I need to eat. Good, I need to eat. I need to bench. I must bench. I need to eat. I must bench. And how do I bench? From a bench or a siddur. But I must bench. Must bench, so good. I don't want to bench. Guess what? Don't eat. I have to learn. I must learn. And that's how you do it. Every single day, this is how you sanctify every single day. This is how you actually elevate yourself in Avodat Hashem. The real Kedusha, the real holiness that the person will be able to draw upon himself is not standing one day a year in front of God, not eating, not drinking, screaming at the top of your lungs, Chatanu lefanecha selach lanu, and so on and so forth. The real Kedusha of a person will be able to stand in front of God is standing and sanctifying every single day of your life. And that could only be done when you're actually accomplishing and finishing and doing and on a continuous movement forward. You're not going to do that. Do not fool yourself. You are going to fall. You are going to become impure. You're not going to become holy. And more and most of all, you're never going to accomplish anything in your life. Do not blame work. Do not blame your internship. Do not blame your mother. Do not blame your, all those things could wait to the side. You must learn. You are obligated first and most of all to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. All the other things is just an addition. Everything comes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You are obligated to Him first, to Him and to His Torah. There's no need to go to weddings. Or you want to go to weddings, it's not a problem. Go to the ceremony, say hello. The chuppah, that's the ikar thing. You say the chuppah, say mazal tov, you give a check. I'm sure if you give a nice check, nobody would mind, and you go home. Or you go to learn. Or you go later on, you come into the seder. For example, let's say you go to a Persian wedding, so they call it at 7, they start about 10. Okay, so let's say you finish until 10, you finish learning until 10. 10 o'clock you schlep to the thing, dance a little bit chatam vekala, turn around, go home, because you have to get up in the morning, say shacharit. But you go to these parties, you eat, you drink, you behave like a behemoth, you don't know what a simcha is all about. Next day you are tired and hungover, you don't come to shacharit, and it's a downfall from there. That you didn't have to do. You got to put your mind in the right place. So, Abotai, listen, we just finished the holy days now. Now is the real job. That was boot camp. Now you need to be able to do so every single day for the rest of the year. Otherwise, your whole year is going to be one big misery. You'll be a very unfulfilled and under-accomplished person. You don't want to go there. Start showing to shacharit on time. Daven with shacharit, with a minyan. Make sure you daven musaf. I mean, when you have to. Not like, Rabbi, I didn't daven musaf. It's almost shkia. Can I daven musaf? No. Mincha with a minyan. Arvit with a minyan. Have kovea itim la Torah. Act like a ben Torah. Ribono shel olam. Be serious about what you do. You are serious about everything else that you do in life. Be serious about your avodat Hashem as well. You're going to say, I have to finish a masechta this year. And if you want to do small masechta, you say, you know what? I'm going to finish two or three masechtas a year. For example, if you take Beitza, Chagiga, Megillah, and Moed, you want to tell me you can finish it in a year? If you do a daf a day or a mud a day. You want to tell me you can't? What do you mean you can't? You don't want to. If you finish, let's say Moed Katan, Megillah, Makot, and Chagiga, right? Or live Makot, Megillah and Chagiga, right? You already did a nice, I'm not talking about pages wise, but tracted wise, you did a big section of Seder Moed. All you have to do now, okay, it's a little big, but all you have to do now is Shabbos, Eruvin, Psachim, you're Beit Side, you're done, But you already did that. But you never did anything. And that's why you never do anything. You never accomplish anything. And you stay the same buffoon as you are. When you're 20, you stay the same buffoon as you are when you're 60. An under-accomplished, an underachiever person who is bitter and is complaining and is never willing to accept responsibility. Rabbatai, it's about time to kick the bucket. It's about time to accomplish something. Set yourself time. Put yourself in a position of I have to, and just do it. Have a good day.